The high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to the campus of Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers and the Manchester Spartans just about ready for a conference matchup. Both of these teams 3-6 in conference play. But before we get into the pregame coverage, let's take you through the sponsors who make today's broadcast possible. Starting with Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955. With 5 central Indiana locations, Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermakers Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrical partner since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures, one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LIUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunity. And last but not least, IndianaSRN Sports Page. Sports from border to border and coast to coast, your source for high school and college sports coverage. Well, hello everybody, and welcome inside of Holbert's Arena. These two teams, the Manchester Spartans and the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers, both 8th in the conference, tied for 8th. Rose-Hulman 3-6 in conference play. Manchester 3-6 in conference play. Also, both of these teams riding streaks that they're probably not too happy about. Manchester coming in for a road game. They're riding an 8-game losing streak. They haven't won in 5 weeks since December 13th against Hanover at Manchester. So it's been quite some time for the Spartans. They're searching for their first win in quite a long time. They started the year at 7-1, and then rattled off 8 straight losses. So for head coach John Zurich, he's in his 21st year with Manchester. He is no stranger to losing streaks, winning streaks, the ebbs and flows of a long season. He is no stranger to this situation, and he's trying to go on the road and beat a Rose-Hulman team that is 4-12 on this season. Well, what works well for Manchester? They've lost 8 straight, so it can't be too pretty. Well, the leaders on this team it's in the front court. It's Hannah Holmes and Abby Rosencrantz. They score 50% of their team's points, and the bulk of it comes in the paint. Hannah Holmes, 5'10 center. Abby Rosencrantz, a 5'9 forward. Those are the 2 leading scorers, combining for 50% of the scoring. Abby Rosencrantz, she's a 5'9 forward. She's also the team leader in assists with 41. So she is a playmaker. She's comfortable scoring in and around the paint, across the elbows, and she can also shoot the 3 as well. Not a volume three-point shooter necessarily, but she is extremely efficient from 3, shooting at 51% from distance. Abby Rosencrantz from Pendleton, Indiana. She's a senior. She's the leading scorer on this team. And then you have a player like Hannah Holmes, a 5'10 sophomore and underclassman, also from the state of Indiana, from Largo, Indiana. She started every single game, averaging 12 points per game, 8 rebounds, 54% shooting. If you're Rose-Hulman, a team that has struggled rebounding the ball in conference play, they have the second worst rebounding margin in conference play up to this point. That might be where Manchester makes their money tonight, is on the boards. Rose-Hulman last game against Franklin, they collected 44 rebounds, did a very nice job. You look at the match statistics this season for both squads, very similar shooting the basketball, 3-point percentage as well. But you look at the turnovers per game. Devin Paul, Rose-Hulman's head coach, has said, we need to take care of the basketball. He said at post-game after the unfortunate loss against Franklin, he said, look, we turned the ball over too many times. Rose-Hulman turned the ball over 24 times in that loss to Franklin. And he said here today, look, we need to start off hot. We need to take care of the ball. And also rebounding will be key for the Engineers as well. But if you're Manchester, you're at a spot where you just want to see a win. You took the bus down here to Terre Haute, and you are sick of losing 8 consecutive losses. That would put a bad taste in just about anyone's mouth, and they want to make a win here today on John Muchner Court. Both sides are tied for 8th in the conference standings at 3-6. So something's got to give today between Manchester and Rose-Hulman. We'll step away for a very short break, and then on the flip side, we'll talk about Rose-Hulman, what they have to do to ensure a win tonight. We'll be right back on RHIT.TV. Welcome back inside of Holbert Arena. The Rose-Hulman Engineers, Fighting Engineers, and the Manchester Spartans just a couple minutes from getting ready. Rose-Hulman, they enter today's game on a 3-game losing skid. Most recently, a 79-67 loss to the number 1 team in the conference, Franklin. Rose-Hulman, man, they were competing in that game all 4 quarters, but the Franklin Grizzlies, well, they just took care of business down the stretch. But some of the leaders on Rose-Hulman's team, Sophia Reese, one of the lead playmakers for the Engineers. She initiates the offense. And obviously, Caitlin Fennell as well, the leading scorer for the team. There are a lot of players that can make plays not only on the offensive side, but on the defensive side as well, with Maria Godoy Rodriguez, the junior from Spain. She is as pesky as they come. Watch for her to have some important minutes tonight. 10 games started. She's played in all 16 games, and here's a look at the projected starters. Yep, there's Maria Godoy Rodriguez, who is second in the conference in steals per game with 3 of them. And then Sophia Reese, the lead point guard. She is a great facilitator, a great shot creator. And then Caitlin Fennell, Emma Shipp in the front court, as well as CK Gallegos Rodriguez. Emma Shipp and Caitlin Fennell are the lead scorers in the paint. And then there's a look at Manchester's projected starting lineup. Kayla Gibbs, Kendall Ryder, Haley Klein, and then the front court of Hannah Holmes and Abby Rosencrantz. They look to snap an 8-game losing streak for Manchester.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
And welcome back to Olbert Arena. Manchester reading off their starters. It's Kayla Gibbs, Kendall Ryder, Haley Klein, Hannah Holmes, and Abigail Rosencrantz. And now for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. They're just about set. And to start it off, Maria Godoy Rodriguez, the pesky defensive leader for the Fighting Engineers. There's Sophia Reese, who's had a fantastic year after starting the year with injury, but she is fully healthy. And there's CK Gallegos Rodriguez, the 5'10 senior, who's going to play some crucial minutes. And there's a look at the sophomore Emma Shipp, who has really come on strong as an engineer. And then the Rose-Hulman leading scorer, Caitlin Fennell. Caitlin Fennell, the 5'9 forward from Terre Haute. She averages nearly 15 points per game on this season, but over the last 6 games, she has really taken bigger strides. She's averaging almost 20 points per game over her last 6 games. She's also 3rd in the conference in scoring, and she does it at a high rate. She does it at a high rate, too. 50% shooting from the field, over 40% from 3. She can do it all for the Engineers. And she's been in the starting lineup for every game this season. And we are underway from Holbert's Arena. The Engineers win the tip. And we are playing basketball. It's Fennell near side. Early on into the paint. And an errant pass goes to the right of Sophia Reese for the first turnover today. Coach Devin Paul said after the loss to Franklin on Saturday that they just need to take care of the ball better, make safer passes, and be more disciplined offensively. And, well, first one possession in and already a turnover. Quickly going the other way. Turnover now for both sides. Both teams just warming up into this contest. Here's a jump shot from Emma Ship, and she laces it. In rhythm type of shot. Fully confident and zero hesitation. Emma Ship gets the scoring going for Rose. It's Haley Klein underneath to Holmes. Holmes too strong and brought down by Gallegos Rodriguez. Fennell knocked loose. It's stolen. Going the other way is Rosenkrantz, veering up the right side, and she's blocked. Sophia Reese from left field makes the block and saves 2 points. All ball. Could have easily been a foul call, but incredible play from Sophia Reese. And there is a foul. That time it's called against Gallegos Rodriguez as Haley Klein went up the left side. So just about over a minute played here in the first quarter. Emma Ship has gotten the scoring going for Rose Holman. And the first free throw misses by Kayla Gibbs. Check it. Kayla Gibbs this year, she's started in every game she's played, which are 13 of them, as she's 0 for 2 at the line. Kayla Gibbs is 70% free throw shooter. Sophia Reese nearly throws it away. Godoy Rodriguez to slow things down. Pass underneath the Fennell, and she's stripped. Kayla Gibbs. A bit of a three-man weave action as Kayla Gibbs hits the runner on the left side. A very, very tough shot to go down. Kayla Gibbs running with a full head of steam and had a very nice finish at the rim. We have our first sub check-in. It's Kaya Peterson who comes in for Gallegos Rodriguez. So Kayla Gibbs trying to earn herself some redemption at the line, and she converts the three-point play. Some full court pressure put on by the Spartans, and Godoy Rodriguez will take it up the right sideline. Still going. Euro steps, kicks out to Fennell. Fennell 2 dribbles inside, pull-up jumper, just missing. Godoy Rodriguez earns herself her first steal today, and maybe her first assist. Yes, Emma Ship lays it in. So there's Godoy Rodriguez already making an impact defensively. She averages the second most steals per game in the conference, and she's already at 1 over 2 minutes into the game. Sophia Reese now moving. And Reese will look up top to Godoy Rodriguez. Now to Peterson. Peterson just a freshman and just too strong on that layup, but it stays with Rose. 2 subs to come in for Manchester. 2 subs. Haley Klein checks out, and so does Hannah Holmes. In the game is Maddie Smith. Fennell inbounds to Ship. Ship thought about the 3. 10 to shoot. Backs down. Up top to Godoy Rodriguez with 5 on the timer. Going right. Shooting. Nearly banking it home, but the Spartans grab the rebound. Quickly the other way, and it's off the feet of Claire Klinger, the freshman from Valparaiso. 4-3, Rose Holman leads. Already 4 turnovers for Manchester. Fennell, all by herself, looks right, met by two defenders, puts up the contested shot, and she knocks her own miss out of bounds as John Zurich gives it to the official. So Fennell looking to get going. It was her first shot attempt today. Already a block and a steal, though. Rosencrans on the right side, drives baseline, passes tip, stays with the Spartans with 10 on the shot clock. Post entry, down low to Maddie Smith, and great interior defense by the sophomore Emma Shipp, not giving an inch. Emma Shipp has started in every game she's played for Rose-Hulman, stemming from last season as a freshman and into this year as a sophomore. Four minutes played here in the first quarter. Kaya Peterson loses the handle. It's stolen. Knocked away by Shipp. Here's Smith driving on Shipp, missing with too much strength on the layup. Emma Shipp continuing her great defensive performance early on. Here's Fennell banging home the three. She's been on fire the last 6 games, averaging 18 points. Third in the conference in scoring. She's off to a great start today. Corner three is blocked by Godoy Rodriguez. It's her 15th block on the year. And another look at the triple. Fennell stepping right into it. And Anaya Hawkins comes in for Emma Shipp. Emma Shipp, a much-needed breather after some great work defensively. Also, Caitlin Fennell takes a seat. And in comes Reagan Lorenzen. Three on the shot clock. Maddie Smith fades away, and she's blocked. Sophia Reese running the break. Tough shot, and she's blocked too. And having a hard time getting up. She does, and she will rejoin the party. Left wing triple, too short, brought down by Lorenzen. And Lorenzen gives to Peterson. 1 of 7 shooting for the Spartans thus far. Reese loses the dribble, stays with it, puts up the float shot, and banks it off the glass. Sophia Reese has her first points tonight. And the Engineers off to a great start. Top of the key, left side. Triple from Rosencrans, no. And Sophia Reese brings down the miss. Six minutes of action played in this first period. Lorenzen spins into traffic and throws it off the window. Now quickly, Rosencrans spins that in. Very nice touch. And a much needed basket for Manchester. 4-point game. Peterson, kick out to Lorenzen. Lorenzen drives, puts up the float shot. Another shot off the glass. Engineers hunting the painted area for high quality looks. And there's Godoy Rodriguez's second steal today. Sophia Reese throws it away. And Manchester will try to reset. Here's Klinger, left side, up top with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Great defense by Rose-Hulman. 2 to shoot. Right wing, no angle, and a shot clock violation. As Kendall Ryder tried to let it go, but there's no angle to do so, and that will bring us to our first timeout today. Rose-Hulman, a hot start, up 11-5 on RHIT.TV.
Rose allowed me to have a good foundation as an engineer. Like, you enjoy solving those problems. There are 500 different directions that we could go, and only one is likely the right one that's going to work. Figuring out why it works or why it could work, what could break, like really thinking 5 steps ahead. That's what Rose teaches you to do. It's not a factory of like just trying to get people out the door and getting them their degrees. Like, they genuinely care about each individual student. They want you to walk away feeling like you got out of it what you wanted. That's what sets Rose-Hulman apart. Together, we are Rose-Hulman.
Well, a great open in this first quarter for Rose-Hulman, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, but you look at that huddle with Josh Zurich, his team on an 8-game losing streak. Their last win was on December 13th against Hanover. That was 5 weeks ago. And they opened this game shooting 2 for 9, Manchester does. For Rose-Hulman, a fantastic start offensively, 5 of 11 shooting, and 3 blocks, 4 steals. How about that? Not even 8 minutes into this game, and Rose-Hulman's got 4 steals and 3 blocks. Looking to add to their lead. Fennell to Peterson. Peterson loses control. And quick transition look for Rosenkrantz. She drops it in. It's what head coach for Rose-Hulman has talked about time and time again, is limiting turnovers, not allowing those free points for opposing teams. And there's an easy 2 points after the turnover. Emma Shipp the other way with the left hand, no. Good fake from Rosenkrantz, finding Holmes. Holmes is tied up. Officials signal a jump ball, and possession stays with the Spartans. A substitute comes in for Rose. Kaya Peterson exits, and Aubrey Barrett checks in, the freshman. Aubrey Barrett has played just 41 total minutes on this season. As the ball's kicked loose, Emma Shipp forces the turnover, and it's Rose-Hulman basketball. Sophia Reese ready to come in the game. She does so for Reagan Lorenzen. And the officials having a conversation maybe on who it last touched. And now talking to Manchester's head coach, Josh Zurich, about the situation. I have no clue what the conversation is. We'll see here soon. And both sides are going to huddle up. An official review, I believe, on the out-of-bounds play between Emma Shipp and Manchester. So what a good start for Rose-Hulman, though. Shooting over 40% from the field. Caitlin Fennell, a great start. 1 of 1 from 3, a block and a steal. And once again, it's been defensively. Rose-Hulman has started this game quite hot. 4 steals and 3 blocks. And no one better than Maria Godoy Rodriguez to already have 2 steals. She averages over 3 steals per game. She is everywhere on the court. A winning player and making an impact in this opening quarter. So now both teams will break the huddle. And the call should stay the same. It should be Rose-Hulman basketball. That's how it appears. And yes, Caitlin Fennell will inbound. So not 100% sure on what that conversation was, but we're back to the action. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Emma Shipp all by herself. Now to Hawkins. Hawkins tries the jump shot. Nothing but glass, and offensive rebound, no. And Manchester corrals the rebound. Good chance for a second chance point opportunity, though, for Rose-Hulman with that offensive rebound. It's Atkins working on Reese. 5 to shoot. Pass underneath to Holmes. Holmes, couple dribbles. Tough take, no. Grabs her miss, and she's fouled. Coach Paul doesn't like the foul call. Once again, great interior defense by Emma Shipp and now Anaya Hawkins. And so Hannah Holmes will shoot 2. Hannah Holmes, her first, rattles out. Hannah Holmes this year, she has started every single game for Manchester, shooting 75% from the free throw line this year. And her second one drops in. Now a 3-point game with 60 seconds to go. Sophia Reese on the drive. She's fouled. And 1. Oh my goodness. 2 strong takes already to the cup for Sophia Reese. She's only 5'4", but she plays so tough. And she swishes the free throw. She's got 5 points already. Sophia Reese will stay on the floor. Fennell and Hawkins check out. But how about Sophia Reese? She scored in double figures in 4 of her past 5 games. She has been so important for Devin Paul and his team. And another highlight reel type of shot for her. Under 40 seconds, fight for the ball. Emma Shipp comes up with it. A 6-point lead. And they will take it up top, swing to Reese. Reese to Shipp now in the paint. 1 dribble, float shot, too short. She grabbed the miss, though, and she'll take it back out. Godoy Rodriguez is fouled on the drive. And they call that on Kinsey Atkins, the junior. So no shot clock anymore. The Engineers can hold this for one final shot. Sophia Reese instead tries the quick one and misses off the back iron. So the Spartans with a chance before the first quarter expires. 5 seconds to shoot. Here's Klein. Now at the buzzer, it's swished in by Kinsey Atkins. And a shot of life for Manchester going into the huddle. An exciting first quarter. Rose-Hulman leads 14-10 right here on RHIT.TV.
At Rose-Hulman, our goal is to give our students the world's best STEM education in an environment of individual attention and support, all while achieving over 98% job placement after graduation. Your first year at Rose is all about building community. During your time at Rose, you'll be collaborating with other students in a diverse array of clubs, intramurals, and out in the community. You might be in the 40% of students that play a sport, or the third that are involved in fraternities and sororities. Over 90% of all Rose-Hulman students have at least one internship, co-op or research opportunity, or study abroad by the start of their senior year. Your degree in STEM means you won't be stuck on one path, though. STEM is all about creative problem solving, and Rose-Hulman is a place where creative minds thrive. The skills you learn here will help you reach your career goals. and will grow with you as a person for the rest of your life.
An incredible first quarter put on by Rose-Hulman's defense. They forced 9 turnovers. 7 different Manchester Spartans committed a turnover in those first 10 minutes. Maria Godoy Rodriguez already with 3 steals. She averages 3 steals per game. There she is right there, number 2. She's already got 3 steals in 10 minutes. As a team for Rose-Hulman, 5 steals and 3 blocks. And a 4-point lead. Back to basketball inside Holbert Arena, but the clock did not start. So a small mishap. Here's Fennell up top, gets a screen. Now it's Reese left side, down to Ship. Ship grabs the ball, goes up the right side and lays it in easily. And that's another Sophia Reese assist. And Emma Ship up to 4 points. Back the other way, it's Holmes. Holmes, kick out, 3 ball. No, it swirls out, but Kayla Gibbs is there for the offensive board. Back up top to Haley Klein. Klein to Rosencrantz. Knocked away by Fennell and given right back to Manchester. Kick out 3 and officials blow play dead. Maybe something about the shot clock either not resetting so Manchester retains possession and no damage done to the shot clock or the game clock, so unsure of what that was. Holmes fakes right and travels, or 3 seconds, offensive 3 seconds. And once again, it's Emma Ship there defending. Incredible post defense by the sophomore Emma Ship. For a front court in Manchester led by Rosencrantz and Hannah Holmes, they both combined for 50% of their team's scoring, and Emma Ship not allowing anything. Here's Reese baseline and drops in the layup again. Reese has got 7 points in this first half, 2 assists as well. And a foul called against Fennell. The substitute comes in for the Spartans. It will be Kendall Ryder coming in and Kinsey Atkins checking out. Another sub as well. Reagan Lorenzen enters for Aubrey Barrett. 8-point Rose-Hulman lead. Here's Rosencrantz left alone, and she misses. It rolled around the rim until Caitlin Fennell brought it down. Over 90 seconds played in the second quarter. Sophia Reese blocked from behind. Nice block by Rosencrantz. And it's Kayla Gibbs working her way inside, loses the ball, stays with it. Here's Kendall Ryder to Rosencrantz. Left side, 2 dribbles to the paint, met by a double team, nowhere to go. Now it's Holmes, and her shot misses. She grabs her own miss, goes up with the right, and finally connects. It has been hard sledding for Manchester early on. Shooting just 28%. As Sophia Reese takes a quick seat. Kaya Peterson comes back in for Rose-Hulman. And for Manchester, it's Claire Klinger. And Haley Klein takes a seat. Emma Ship catches the inbounds. Ten on the shot clock for Godoy Rodriguez. She looks left. Now to Ship, a straightaway three, and it just misses. And last touched by Manchester, the officials say. Kayla Gibbs thinks it's Spartan basketball, disagreeing with the call. But the officials say she was the last one to touch it. 6-point Rose-Hulman lead. Inbound goes to Peterson. Lorenzen met by heavy pressure. Back up to Ship. Peterson left side with 5 to shoot. Strong drive left side, and a charge is called, an offensive foul against the freshman Kaya Peterson. Just too much steam going to the cup, and she picks up a foul. Anaya Hawkins comes in for Emma Ship on Rose-Hulman's side of things. Spartans trail by 2 scores. Gibbs pump fakes, drives strong with the right side, and a nice touch on the layup. Now a 4-point game. A errant pass easily stolen by Rosencrantz. The feed underneath goes as well. Now time it's Claire Klinger who makes it a 2-point game, stemming from a turnover. Peterson to Hawkins. Hawkins to Fennell, right side. And Godoy Rodriguez is fouled by Claire Klinger. The Engineers have committed 8 turnovers already in this first half. And Caitlin Fennell, she's already recorded 4 turnovers of her own. Fennell under to Lorenzen, tough take, missing. And Hannah Holmes grabs the miss. Right wing triple, too strong. And a flurry of Rose-Hulman players are there for the board. Manchester on a 6-0 run the last 2.5 minutes. Engineers really need a bucket here. Fennell up to Hawkins. She thought about it. Dishes to Peterson. Peterson drives. Kicks out to Hawkins. 2 on the clock. She tries the deep 3 and air balls for a shot clock violation. Manchester finding a way back in this game. Hannah Holmes takes a seat for Manchester. Sophia Reese comes in. So does Emma Ship for the Fighting Engineers. Just about 5 minutes played in this second quarter. Manchester outscoring Rose 6-4 in the second period. Gibbs picks up the dribble. Nowhere to go baseline. Instead they give it to the post to Rosencrantz. Rosencrantz with 2 hands missing. Offensive rebound put back by Maddie Smith falls. So now we're tied up. Manchester on an 8-0 run. The Engineers have not scored in the last 3.5 minutes. And there's Godoy Rodriguez throwing it into no man's land. And that turnover brings us to a timeout. Manchester, 8-0 run the last 4 minutes. Rose-Hulman with some work to do on RHIT.TV.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org. 219-845-1000.
The Engineers break the huddle in a tie ball game, 18 apiece. The Spartans at one point were down by 8 points. Well, they've rattled off an 8-0 scoring run over the last 4 minutes. And Rose-Hulman, they've committed 10 turnovers this first half, 10 turnovers for both sides. 5 on the shot clock now. She takes the fall-away jumper and misses left side. Fennell now 1 of 4 from the field tonight. Manchester looking to add to that scoring run. It's Kayla Gibbs left side driving. Now to Maddie Smith. It's Emma Shipp defending. Great footwork and a better finish by Maddie Smith. She put Emma Shipp in the spin cycle, and that gives Manchester their first lead tonight. They're on a 10-0 scoring run the last 5 minutes. Rose needs an answer. It's Lorenzen up top. Swing to Godoy Rodriguez. Driving to the paint. Kick out Shipp. Mid-range J from 15 feet. And she bangs that one home. Emma Shipp has got 6 points. Back to a tie game, 20 apiece. Under 3 to play in this first half. Here's Claire Klinger. Picks up her dribble left side. Rosenkrantz has got it. Working on the smaller Reese with 5 on the shot clock. 2 dribbles right and puts in the hook shot. Could have been a foul call, but just a really good, strong take by Rosenkrantz, who's now up to 6 points. It's Shipp up top, working around the perimeter. Lorenzen met by 3 defenders. She misses with too much oomph on that shot. And the Spartans looking to get out in transition. Rosenkrantz in the paint. Backdoor to Gibbs. Gibbs, nowhere to go. Tough take, no. Fennell grabs the miss. Under 2 minutes until halftime. Emma Shipp loses control. It's Claire Klinger up to Rosenkrantz for the wide open layup. That was awfully easy. Manchester outscoring Rose 14-6 in the second quarter. And Devon Paul needs a timeout. Rose-Hulman shooting 3 of 9 from the field this quarter, but only down by 4. Manchester dominating in the paint. 22 of their 24 points have been from in the painted area. And rebounding totals is where Manchester flourishes. They have the second best rebounding margin in the conference. They're out rebounding Rose-Hulman tonight 18-15. The rebounding aspect hasn't played much of an impact. It's really just been points in the paint. Manchester, they're just finding higher quality looks. And for Rose-Hulman, they've scored 12 of their 20 points inside, so still a bulk of their scoring as a team has been from the paint, but just not at a high enough rate. Still 90 seconds to go until halftime, and Rose-Hulman will look to even things up before recess. Here's Fennell now working on Gibbs. Give it to the freshman on the right side. Peterson backing down 2 defenders. Instead, they kick out to Aubrey Barrett, and Aubrey Barrett misses. Aubrey Barrett, that's just her second 3-point attempt on the season, or for her career, really. Under a minute now. And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow stays with the Spartans. Good job, though, by Rose Holman tying that ball up. Here's Rosenkrantz. Tough pass to Gibbs. Gibbs looking for a pass. Instead, they work it back outside. Gibbs, right corner, 3, and she knocks it down. Manchester up 7. They've outscored Rose 17-6 this quarter. Rose Holman now in desperate need of a basket. It was the Engineers who took total control of the game in the first quarter. Second quarter, it's been all Spartans. Julia Meyer on the drive. Pass to Peterson. Peterson can't grab it, and Emma Shipp can't grab it either. It's that turnover bug here in the second quarter. 12 turnovers as a team. And Godoy Rodriguez will check in. Julia Meyer checks out. Godoy Rodriguez already 3 steals today. 15 seconds until halftime. It's Kendall Ryder with under 10. Great defense by Barrett. Double team comes. Godoy Rodriguez has her 4th steal. And it's last touched by Manchester. So Godoy Rodriguez picks up the 4th steal. And 2.2 to go until halftime. Inbound to Fennell. Full court heave. And it hits the front of the rim. Actually really close. But that's how it ends. 27-20, the halftime score. And it really was a change of events from quarter to quarter. Rose Holman going to the locker room. You look at the first quarter, the Engineers led 14-10. A nice 4-point cushion. And then in the second quarter, completely different story. Manchester with 17 second quarter points, 8 made field goals, and over 53% shooting for Manchester. And 22 of their 27 points have been scored from the paint. And for Rose Holman, just a poor shooting quarter. 30% field goal percentage in the second quarter for a total of 6 points. And Coach Devrin Paul will have words for his team. Some second half adjustments definitely, and I got to think it's got to come from the paint. They need to make it tougher inside. Emma Shipp, she did a really good job guarding the interior, and she's probably played the best basketball of any Engineer thus far. She has 8 first half points on 4 of 7 shooting, 1 rebound. And you look at Sophia Reese, also a very productive half. 7 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, and 1 steal. And then Godoy Rodriguez, 4 steals, 2 assists, and a block. She's doing all of the dirty work and some. But it's just going to be a matter of effort and energy for the final 20 minutes. Rose Holman looks to get it to their star playmaker in Caitlin Fennell, who over the last 6 games is averaging nearly 20 points. So she's kept to just 3 points at halftime. Rose Holman looking to get their star going for the final 20 minutes. We'll be back in a moment on RHIT.TV. Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food.
You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
27-20 your halftime score. Rose-Hulman so far shooting just 33% from the field with 12 first half turnovers. And that will need to change moving forward. But let's look at some of the scores across the HCAC, the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Every single team in the HCAC is playing today, all of them at 7 p.m. Franklin, number 1 Franklin, taking on Anderson. That score is at halftime. Franklin leading Anderson 46-43 at the half. Berea playing Hanover, that one at Berea, and halftime as well over there. Berea leading Hanover College 40-27, a 13-point lead at halftime for Berea. Earlham taking on Transylvania, that one taking place at Earlham. Earlham trails at halftime 44-17. It's been a rough go for Earlham as they're 1-15 on the year. Transylvania, a awfully good year, a top team in the conference at 12-4. And then right here, Rose-Hulman down 7. And Bluffton playing, Bluffton playing Mount St. Joe. And that brought me to a score on December 13th. That's January 21st. So Bluffton, Mount St. Joe, we'll have to get a score on that game later on. But a lot of good games across the conference. But right here in front of us, we have a low-scoring one. 20 points in the first half for Devin Paul and his team. They're looking to get Caitlin Fennell going. She's got 3 points. She averages over 15 on the year. So we'll see if that offense gets going for Rose-Hulman. We'll step away one last time on RHIT.TV. We'll be back in a moment.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year-round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year, IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. Donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter. or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space. And so we have bed capacities for sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program, with our reach, maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, and which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler Mission. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner, come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For IndianaSRN, this is Keith Myers.
Few minutes away as we look at the leaderboard in the HCAC women's standings. Well, there's Franklin at the number 1 spot, winning 7 consecutive games. Transylvania as well. Both of those, the top 2 teams in the conference. And then Manchester and Rose-Hulman down in that list. They are both tied for 8th in the conference. You see Mount St. Joe right there, a 4-5 record in conference play. That puts them at 6th. Well, Rose-Hulman and Manchester, they're both 3-6. So a couple more games to make up some ground. Rose-Hulman trying to move up in the standings with a win here today, but they're down by 7, and man, what a second quarter it was. Manchester outscoring the Engineers 17-6, and pretty much every single one of those buckets except for 1 3 by Kayla Gibbs. They all came from the paint. 14 of the 17 points came from the paint. And if you're head coach Devrin Paul, your team losing the last 3 games, playing better basketball recently, but you just have to find a way to play consistently across 40 minutes. Well, they have a solid chance to do so. Only down by 7 and looking for a bounce-back third quarter. We'll see how it goes. On the flip side, we will be right back for the second half of Rose-Hulman and Manchester on RHIT.TV.
Nanotechnology is in so many different facets of our lives that we don't even realize. So the easy thing is smartphones, nanoscale chips that are in the smartphones. Something else you don't think about are the sensors in all of our cameras. Those sensors that give us the pretty pictures are made by nano engineers. Glitter. It's everywhere, right? Parents' worst nightmare. It's actually a highly designed structure of thin films that they create to have a certain effect. And so that's why you have a single colored glitter, you have a color shift glitter. That's nano engineering.
Let's look at some of your stat leaders in the first half between Manchester and Rose-Hulman. For the Fighting Engineers, it's been Emma Shipp, 4 of 7 shooting with 8 points. A couple of those being jump shots, and the other 2 being hard-nosed takes at the rim. And also, Emma Shipp only credited with 1 rebound, but she played some really, really good post defense. So Emma Shipp, a great start to this game. Sophia Reese as well with 7 first-half points. Sophia Reese has scored in double figures four of her last 5 games. Sorry. So Sophia Reese 3 of 6 from the field with 2 assists, and Caitlin Fennell 3 points in that first half. The Spartans doing a good job at limiting her production because Caitlin Fennell might be one of the best scorers in the conference. She's 3rd in the HCAC in scoring at 16 points per game. She leads the HCAC in 3-point percentage at 47%. So she's had a fantastic start to conference play, but a slow start to the first 20 minutes, but plenty of time to switch things up. As Manchester, they've already broke their huddle. They are ready to go. Devrin Paul and his squad ready to do the same. For Manchester, it's been Abby Rosenkrantz with 8 points and 6 rebounds. She's done it all for the Spartans early on with 8 and 6, 3 steals and 2 blocks too. She's been everywhere. And right now it is Gallegos Rodriguez getting the assignment on her. Back to basketball for the second half. It's Sophia Reese to control the offense. Reese to Fennell. She grabbed it with one hand. She's on the right elbow. Driving on Gibbs, fading away and missing. So they're trying to get a look to Fennell on the first possession. A good idea. Here's Emma Shipp. That post defense working again. And Sophia Reese hit hard by Hannah Holmes. Holmes helping up Sophia Reese. It is not easy to be Sophia Reese. Every time I've seen her play, she gets beat up. She is a bulldog. And she seems to be just fine. Godoy Rodriguez with 4 steals in the first half. And she passes to Gallego Rodriguez. Emma Shipp left side. Down low to the paint. 10 on the clock. Floater with the left hand goes for Gallego Rodriguez. And Rose-Hulman looking to score in the paint. A great sign. 5-point deficit. Cross court to Gibbs. Gibbs spins to her right. Met by 2 defenders. Fakes the shot. Goes up and misses. And Godoy Rodriguez grabs the rebound. Sophia Reese quickly off the window. Very pretty touch off the glass, and a quick 4 points for Rose-Hulman out of the gates. 3-point deficit and a block. Fennell blocked her. And she pushes the pace. Ship running the floor. A 6-0 run in the first 2 minutes. And Devrin Paul loves the energy he's seeing. 1 point game. The energy ramping up. Here's a 3, and Manchester can't answer. Manchester saves the rebound. Kayla Gibbs sprinting for the loose ball and retaining possession for her team. And a foul called against Emma Ship, her first foul. Two minutes played in the third quarter. It's been all Rose-Hulman, a 6-0 run. Gibbs, top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Stolen by Emma Ship. And Ship might want to slow it down. She will. She gives it to the point guard, Sophia Reese. Fennell from downtown, yes! The conference leader in three-point percentage strikes. She's 2 for 2 from distance tonight. Gibbs, nice pass to Holmes for the easy layup. And Manchester wants a timeout. Josh Zurich, in his 21st year as head coach, will talk things over. A 30-second timeout. And we will stay right here. 29-29. Rose-Hulman 4 of 5 shooting in the first 3 minutes. Caitlin Fennell, a great sign, knocking down the triple. Emma Ship as well, running the floor for a nice layup. Emma Ship, the first Rose-Hulman player in double figures. And a look at the upcoming schedule for the Fighting Engineers. Plenty of games coming your way on RHIT.tv through the rest of January and into February. Men's and women's basketball coming right here on RHIT.tv. On the men's side of things, they're having a great year, and Rose-Hulman looking to pick up a win on their home floor. Devrin Paul and his team 3-3 at home this season. And he's got to be very, very happy with the fight his team has shown through the first few minutes, tying this thing up. They trailed by 7 at halftime, and they ripped off a quick 9-2 run the first 3 minutes or so. And they'll break the huddle and get back to work. Tightly contested ball game. And some full court pressure being put on by Josh Zurich and his Spartans team as they'll finally back off. Tie ball game with 7 minutes left in the third. Plenty of time. Post feed to Fennell. Fennell, Reese, cornered 3 from the right side. She drains it. Sophia Reese, 12 points. And she's now scored in double figures in 5 of her last 6 games. Aaron pass. Gallegos Rodriguez spinning and feeding for 2 points. Rose-Hulman, an offensive display. A 14-2 run out of halftime. Hannah Holmes met by several defenders. Pump fake, 3-point shot, too strong. And Gallegos Rodriguez pulls down the miss. Fennell puts it on the floor. Driving, shooting, and scoring. An onslaught here in the third. And now a 7-point lead for Rose-Hulman in the blink of an eye. Fennell now up to 8 points. And now things all starting to fall in place for Rose. Fennell trying to make this a 3-point play, an 86% free throw shooter, and she makes it. Reagan Lorenzen will sub in for Gallegos Rodriguez. Now an 8-point advantage. A 17-2 run for Rose Holman. My goodness. Down low, Maddie Smith working her way in. No. Emma Ship having to wrestle her way to a rebound. And she's fouled. A completely different energy switch for the Engineers. Emma Ship, full court pass, and that's into double coverage and interception. Good fake by Rosecrans, double teamed. She knocks it down. Big time shot for the Spartans. Rosencrantz up to 10 points. 5 of 10 shooting. Fennell quickly. Godoy Rodriguez thought about it. Takes 2 dribbles. Kicks out to Fennell. Fennell contested this time. Doesn't matter. 3 of 3 from long range. Turnover. Yes. Engineer basketball. They're up 9 points. Another look at that Caitlin Fennell 3-ball, hand in her face. Doesn't matter. Engineers up 9. Coach Paul is happy. And we'll step away for a moment on RHIT.TV.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through. From coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
What a third quarter it's been through 5 minutes. Rose Holman 8 of 9 shooting as a team here in the third quarter. And it's been Caitlin Fennell, it's been Sophia Reese, and it's been Emma Ship leading the way. 20 points scored in this third quarter for Rose Holman. 20-4 run the past 5 minutes. And Rose Holman shooting 89% from the field to start off the second half. And they're going to look to continue to add on this lead. Kaya Peterson now in the game for Rose Holman. So is Anaya Hawkins. Peterson, the freshman, with the left. No. Hawkins is tied up for a jump ball. It'll be Manchester basketball. Gibbs spinning on the freshman Peterson, shooting with the right, and she's fouled. Kaya Peterson charged with the shooting foul, and Gibbs will head to the line for 2 free throws. Gibbs 1 of 3 at the line today. She's got 8 points on the game. She started in every single game for the Spartans this season, and she drills the first one. Gibbs up to 9 points. She has 4 games in double figures this year, 4 out of her 13 games And with this free throw right here, she'll be up to 5 games in double figures, and she gets the bounce. Solid game for Kayla Gibbs, and Manchester trails by 7. Nice crossover from Lorenzen. Kick out, Fennell. Fennell, another pass to Godoy Rodriguez. Great ball movement. Underneath, Lorenzen, floater missing, too strong, and the Spartans corral it. Here's Gibbs moving quickly, Euro steps and shoots. Bangs home the and one play. Kayla Gibbs with 5 quick points. And Sophia Reese comes back in. And that ball just snuck through the bottom of the net. Kayla Gibbs, a team-high 12 points. And she converts the 3-point play. A 4-point game all of a sudden. Backdoor cut. Reese goes up strong and connects. Such a tough player. She's got 14 points now on 6 of 9 shooting. Early in the shot clock. A missed 3. And that one drops down. That time it's Claire Klinger who knocks down the 3 ball. Just a 23% 3-point shooter, but it doesn't matter. 3-point game. Peterson, kick out. Lorenzen, corner 3. Answering. Nothing but nets. So it was a tightly contested, low-scoring first half and a completely different story here in the third quarter. Still 3 minutes to play. Floater is blocked by Hawkins. Lorenzen driving, shooting with the right hand. It rolls off the front of the rim. Rosenkrantz. Down low, it's Holmes, and check it, Maddie Smith. And Maddie Smith fouled on the way up. She will shoot 2 free throws. Foul charged against Anaya Hawkins. 2 subs ready to come in for Rose Holman. And another look at that last 3 ball. Reagan Lorenzen knocking it down. Lorenzen on the year. Just 1 made triple all year long. And the first one too strong by Maddie Smith. Maddie Smith, a 67% free throw shooter. She's a senior, and she goes 1 for 2. Maddie Smith checks out of the game. She actually plays volleyball as well for the Spartans. So a 2-sport athlete in the HCAC. 4-point game with 2.5 left in the third. Here's Fennell up top. Behind the back dribble. Up top, Emma Shipp, straight away 3 with plenty of arc, and it misses front rim. Gibbs up to Holmes. Holmes, few dribbles, other way, and a tough shots. Somehow working it in off the window. And Manchester makes this just a 2-point game. Foul called against Manchester's Kendall Ryder. Sophia Reese dealing with some on-ball pressure. Crosses over to the right. Fennell, step back 3. Oh, so close. Jump ball called, and possession will stay with Rose Holman. That was Gallegos Rodriguez tying up the rebound, and giving her team possession, doing the dirty work. Here's a set play from underneath, inbound to Emma Ship. Ship working it down to Fennell. Fennell on Gibbs. She's double teamed, throws up the shot that misses everything. And another jump ball. This time it'll go to Manchester. Just over 90 seconds left in the third. Rose-Hulman has scored 24 points this quarter. 10 of 17 shooting. Gibbs works her way inside. Layup too strong. Holmes grabs the miss. Kicks out to a teammate, but before they get the shot, a foul's called from under the basket. It's against CK Gallegos Rodriguez. It's the fifth foul of the quarter for Rose-Hulman, which puts Manchester in the bonus. So Holmes will have 2 free throws. Holmes has started every single game for Manchester. First free throw missing. She averages 13 points and 8 rebounds. And she is second in the HCAC in field goal percentage. She shoots 60% from the field in conference play, second in the conference. But that time 0 for 2 from free throws. And Gallegos Rodriguez spins and connects from inside. 4-point Rose-Hulman lead with a minute left. Here's Claire Klinger. Over to Kinsey Atkins. Atkins. Down low now to Holmes. Holmes. Rosecrans up top. 5 on the shot clock. Feed it down to Rosencrantz. Working on the freshman. Bank can't drop. And it's Kaya Peterson with a great defensive stand. 2 seconds between shot and game clock. And Coach Paul would love to have his team take their sweet time. Fennell, right wing J, missing. Rosencrantz will push. Steps through the lane, and what a shot that was. Running the opposite way from the rim. 3 on the clock. Peterson with 1. Trying to shoot at the buzzer and missing. Not sure if she got that off. Rosencrantz with a big bucket, up to 12 points. And we'll step away on after the commercial. It's the fourth quarter. Rose-Hulman up 2.
Munster, who was both the athletic director and the basketball coach at the time, wrote me a letter. Said, we're interested in you coming to the school. And so I went over and visited in January or February of 1977 and kind of fell in love with the school. And I felt like if I can get a degree here, I'm going to get a job, and that mattered a lot to me. Hi, I'm Steve Hill, CEO and president of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. I get to work with an amazing team to promote Las Vegas as the #1 tourist destination and the go-to place for conventions, sports, and entertainment. We've helped expand the convention center, launch the Vegas Loop, and bring big events like the Super Bowl, Formula One, and WrestleMania to town. As chairman of the Stadium Authority, I also help oversee Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders, and the future A's ballpark.
Talk about a high-scoring quarter. Rose-Hulman put up 26 points in that third quarter. They put up just 20 points in the first half. The Engineers made 11 field goals in that third quarter, and they're up to 43% shooting on the night. But 10 minutes to go here from Holbert Arena. Manchester, a slow start to the second half, but they picked it up the last 5 minutes. They put up 17 third quarter points and kept it at just a 2-point deficit. Rose-Hulman in a good spot, though. Here's Aubrey Barrett over to Julia Meyer. Meyer feeds to Ship, and it was tipped loose. It stays with Rose. Coach Devin Paul calling out a set play to be ran from under the basket. It's Sophia Reese who triggers the inbound. Julia Meyer throws it away. Emma Ship. And play is blown dead. An over and back call. And that's the 14th Rose Holman turnover tonight. They did a great job of limiting those in the third, but in their first possession already won now. Still up by 2. That shot missing at the rim. And Kayla Gibbs comes up with the board. Extra pass, open shooter. And that open shooter is Claire Klinger, and she makes the Engineers pay. Manchester's got the lead. Peterson up to Meyer. Meyer straightaway triple, yes! A big triple, 5th of the game for Rose Holman. And it gives Rose Holman now a 2-point lead. Klinger, no. Offensive board is Hannah Holmes. Kayla Gibbs from distance, missing off to the right, and the freshman Barrett brings down the miss. And she looks to push. Stops in the corner, up top to Ship. Ship down to Meyer, but it's Kayla Gibbs all over it. Gibbs out to open Klinger, missing left side. Rebound and a foul called. Kinsey Atkins that time fouled. A look back at that Julia Meyer triple. That was her first shot attempt today, and a big one. 3 subs to come in for Rose Holman. And it's all of the starters that opened the game for the Engineers. Rosenkrantz. Swing. Now in the right wing. 10 on the shot clock. Trying to thread the needle. It's a bad pass. 5 to shoot now. Down to Holmes. Holmes, a tough shot missing. And a shot clock violation. So great response for Rose Holman's defense. Both sides have committed 15 turnovers. Manchester, they've won the rebounding battle 32-24. Here's Reese in the corner. Now Ship with a great cut. She just misses the layup. It rolled off the right side. A great look, though. And stripped loose. Gallegos Rodriguez the steal, and she's fouled immediately. Incredible effort from the senior. An experienced player for this team. And Maddie Smith comes in for the Spartans. Sophia Reese, yeah, she was fouled there. Sophia Reese always plays with so much intensity, and even though she's only 5'4", she plays like she's the biggest player on the court. The inbounded to her. Reese down to Gallegos Rodriguez. Up to Ship. A long 2, and it misses left side. A good shot, though. An open look, which you will love. Oh, hard foul near side. Kendall Ryder was hit hard on the right sideline. Foul hard by Sophia Reese there. Yikes. And Sophia Reese will take a seat for the time being. Kaya Peterson comes back in. Great hands by Godoy Rodriguez, and she forces the steal. Her 5th steal. Godoy Rodriguez has 5 steals tonight, 4 assists, and a block. And she's coming off a game where she had 7 steals against Franklin. Peterson over to Ship, now back up top. And nearly a turnover. Who comes up with it? They say last touch by Emma Ship. Circling the perimeter is Manchester, 15 to shoot. Swinging still around that perimeter. Now it's Kayla Gibbs. Rosencrantz with under 10. She tries the deep three ball and can't connect that time. So good stop by the Engineers. And a good shot attempt by Rosencrantz, who is a 51% three-point shooter. Just couldn't drop that one in. Over 4 minutes played in the final quarter. A 2-point ball game. Manchester trying to snap an 8-game losing streak. And Rose-Hulman trying to snap a 3-game losing streak of their own. Here's Peterson weaving her way inside and connecting with the left hand. A beautiful take inside. Rose up 4. Rosencrantz looks to drive left, hit hard. And she'll shoot 2 free throws. Abby Rosencrantz, the senior for Manchester, averaging 16 points per game. She's got 12 points tonight, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. She does everything for the Spartans. The team leader in assists, team leader in points, and she knocks down both free throws. Now back to a 2-point game. Back and forth has been the story of the fourth quarter. Manchester just 1 of 7 shooting in this fourth quarter. Ten on the shot clock. Ship knocked loose. Now to Peterson with 5. Euro steps, nowhere to go. It's a turnover. Kayla Gibbs picks it up, throws it ahead, and Kayla Gibbs will reset back up top. Foul called on the post entry. Gallegos Rodriguez records the foul. And that's her 4th foul today. And we'll take a timeout. Under 5 minutes left. Rose-Hulman leading by 2. We will be right back on RHIT.TV.
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
It has been a very tight, close game through all 4 quarters. Under 5 minutes left to decide a winner of this one. And the Engineers clinging to a 2-point lead. And both teams have scored 5 points this quarter, so it's been extremely close through 5 minutes. Rosencrans gets the drop, and we're tied up at 51. Coming into crunch time. Gallegos Rodriguez, kick out, Peterson. Fennell now with it. Met with heavy pressure up top. Looks to her right, and that ball shot out of a cannon. Last touch by a Spartan, so it stays with the Engineers. 13 on the shot clock. Good pass into Emma Ship. Ship with 10 to shoot. Peterson's got it. Ship again. 5 on the shot clock. Drives right. Kicks out. Sophia Reese. Corner 3. Can't get the bounce. And Kaya Peterson's fouled on her way to an offensive rebound. So if you're a freshman in Kaya Peterson, you love the energy plays. You got to think Coach Devin Paul loves to see Kaya Peterson making plays like that too. Giving her team extra possessions. And that offensive rebound from Peterson allows Emma Ship to head to the free throw line for 2 free throws with under 4 minutes to play. It's on Claire Klinger, her second foul, and Emma Ship, who already has 10 points, will look to add to her great night. Draining the first one, back up to a 1-point lead. Emma Ship swishes the second. She averages 9 points per game this year. She's up to 11 today. Tight defense put on the perimeter by Rose Holman. Trying to hang on, and a tie-up. Sophia Reese, she smelled blood in the water, and she tried to snatch it out of Abby Rosencrans' hands. Manchester will retain possession. Tough shot, it goes. Abby Rosencrans ties it up again. Tie game after lead change. We've had 6 lead changes here. Kaya Peterson left all alone, missing too strong there. Over 3 minutes now. Gibbs. Kendall Ryder, 10 to shoot. Down to Rosencrans. Fennell defending. Gibbs makes the drive and losing control. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Manchester will need a quick hitter here before time expires. It's Ryder to inbound. She does so to Holmes, and Maddie Smith gets the layup to swirl to the bottom of the net, and Manchester leading by 2 now. 2.5 minutes left. Peterson looks to drive. Up with the left hand. Just missing. Maddie Smith, the board. Peterson steals it right back. A huge steal from Kaya Peterson. And look at Maddie Smith. Tough fadeaway. So here's Kaya Peterson. Freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, and she swishes the first one. Peterson, an 80% free throw shooter. And she ties this thing up at 55. Manchester outscoring Rose-Hulman 11-8 here in the fourth. Smith on the drive. Stops her momentum, feeds to Gibbs, and Gibbs is turned over. 2 minutes left. Peterson, 2 dribbles inside. Now back to the perimeter. Fennell corrals it. Looks baseline, backs her way down. Double teamed, missing, grabs her own miss, and Maddie Smith picks it up. Rosencrantz to a wide open shooter, and a foul away from the shot. It was under the basket. Maddie Smith fouled underneath the hoop. This game really starting to get tight. So it's the 5th foul called against Rose-Hulman, so that puts Manchester to the bonus. It's Maddie Smith to take the 2 free throws. Maddie Smith, a 67% free throw shooter. And too strong on the first. She's 1 of 3 from the line today. She's got 7 points and 4 steals. Her second try, that one she buries. So a 1-point lead with 95 seconds left. Big possession here. Rose down by 1. Here's Fennell. Now Rodriguez. Peterson's got it left side. 10 to shoot. Peterson looks to drive, kicks out to Ship. Ship's going to give it a go. Hook shot, she cans it. And gives Rose-Hulman the lead back. Coach Devin Paul wants a timeout to get his defense situated, but what a big-time shot by Emma Ship. And we'll keep it right here with 1:03 left. Just a couple possessions left for both sides, and Rose-Hulman has the slight edge for now. You see Coach Paul in the huddle, giving his team directions, probably defensive directions. And if I'm Coach Paul, I want to protect the paint. Do not allow Abby Rosencrantz or Hannah Holmes or Maddie Smith or whoever to get a clean look inside. And for the other side of things, for Manchester, 21 years as head coach Josh Zurich will draw up a play for his squad. It's been Abby Rosencrantz leading her team with 18 points and 10 rebounds. You got to think she's going to be the shooter this time. 90 feet from the basket. Full court pressure put on by Rose-Hulman. Will try to disrupt the Spartans. Here's Kendall Ryder. Energy now in the building. Inside Holbert Arena. It's knocked loose. Fennell's on top of it. Advances to Peterson. Peterson up with the right hand. It's a 3-point game. A huge steal by Kaya Peterson. And an even better finish. A 3-pointer would tie it. Ryder on the drive. Knocked away again. Peterson's got it and she's fouled. An incredible defensive stand. And Kaya Peterson playing a huge part of that last sequence. She can do some more damage this time at the free throw line. Peterson today with 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Oof. She knocks down the first one. Peterson 3 of 3 at the line today, looking to make it 4 of 4 and give her team a 5-point lead, and she does. the freshman with some big-time plays down the stretch. Manchester wants a timeout. A 30-second timeout. And oh my, Kaya Peterson with some huge plays these last couple minutes. And Rose-Hulman now up by 5 points with 34 and change to go. A replay at Peterson's last play. Well, actually, that's Emma Shipp's right-handed hook shot, which gave Rose-Hulman a 1-point lead. And then after that, it was all Kaya Peterson. So now, well, here's another look at that last sequence. Peterson disrupts it. Fennell grabs it, throws it up, and laying it in is the freshman. A fantastic play when it matters most. And now with the Spartans down 5, they might need to look for a 3 out of this timeout. A quick 2 would not be the worst thing in the world, but time getting scarce now. We'll see what they draw up. Their last 2 trips down the court resulted in 2 turnovers. Another look at that Emma Shipp hook shot. Beautiful. Five-point game. Knocked away again. Rosenkrantz has it. Tries the contested jump shot. Doesn't hit rim, and it's Gallegos Rodriguez who picks up the rebound. Empty trip for Manchester. And Rose-Hulman almost to the finish line. Now it's up to Gallegos Rodriguez to try and put this on ice. Buries the first one, up to 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 assists. Great all-around game for Gallegos Rodriguez as she swishes the second one. 7-point lead with 20 seconds. Gibbs screaming down the floor and missing. Maddie Smith, and she connects. Bucket and the foul with 16.4. Putting this thing back at a 5-point game. So not dead yet are the Spartans. Here's Maddie Smith. And she converts it, a 3-point play. Now a 4-point game with 16 seconds. And a quick foul is called. Gallegos Rodriguez will head back to the free throw line. She's a 73% shooter on the season. And she had a double-double last game against Franklin, and she misses the first one. A double-double last game in the loss, 11 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks. She's had a very good game here today, too. Knocks down the last one, so 5-point game, 14 seconds. Quick 3 from the right side. Oh, my goodness. Manchester, Haley Klein makes it a 2-point game, so this thing just got interesting. And I believe Coach Devon Paul called a timeout for Rose-Hulman. So kind of a last chance heave for Manchester. And it made this thing closer than you'd think 30 seconds ago. What was a 7-point game, now just a 2-point game. And for Haley Klein, that was her first bucket tonight. .2 to go. Now free throws become incredibly important. But if you're Coach Paul, more importantly, you need a safe inbounds pass here. Somewhere out of harm's way, something that finds a good free throw shooter. And now the officials put 9.2 on the clock, so plenty of time for Manchester. So the Spartans, they need a very quick foul. And they need a miss at the line. If you're Rose-Hulman, you need a safe inbounds pass, and you do not need a turnover. Inbounds goes to Emma Shipp, and she holds the ball just about a second, 1.5 seconds taken off the clock. Emma Shipp will go to the line. She is 2 for 2 from the line today and 60% on this season. Emma Shipp's first try, too short. It will be a one-possession game. 7.7 seconds. Emma Shipp trying to make it a 3-point game with this free throw. Here it is. And she gets the bounce. 3-point game, 7.7 to go. The inbounds goes to Kayla Gibbs. She has to go the length of the floor. She finds Rosencrantz, who stepped out of bounds. Over and back. And she heaved it up as the whistle was sounded and made it. You know, that was a really close call. And I'm not an official, but I don't know if that was over the back or not. Yeah. So Kayla Gibbs passed it back to Rosencrantz, who was still trying to cross half court and cross both feet before catching the ball. And so I do believe her left foot was still behind the half court line. And the officials will take a look. And you see it there on the screen. Rosencrantz, her entire body behind the half court line. Great camera work. So there it is. Gibbs passes it. And it looks like a decision's been made. But oh my goodness, because Rosencrantz made that 35-foot heave. She made it. But it's waved off because of the over and back. Super unfortunate for Manchester. And Kaylin Fennell is at the free throw line. This doesn't make a lot of sense. Technical foul maybe on head coach Josh Zurich. He's the one that seems the most animated, more so than any of his players. It doesn't seem to be too aggressive of a conversation, just more of an understanding. I understand if you're Josh Zurich, the frustration. Your team found a way to make it a one-score game, and then to potentially lose on an over and back is frustrating. And so who else to go to other than the officials? So Fennell can really end this thing at the line here. And she swishes it. 4-point game, and that should do it. She'll have one more shot to strengthen the lead, and she makes that one too. Caitlin Fennell up to 14 points on the game. And the ball back. So it was a clear technical foul because of the two free throws and possession back. So Fennell will inbound to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez passes to Fennell, and the buzzer sounds. A close ball game, but Rose-Hulman hangs on and wins it 67-62. An incredibly close final 3 minutes, but it was Emma Shipp and it was Kaya Peterson willing their team to victory. A 5-point win, and Rose-Hulman has to be happy shooting the ball. ending 42% from the field and 38% from three. Coach Devrin Paul, all smiles. We will hear from him on our post-game show in a few minutes. And I believe before the game, Coach Paul said he was going to bring a player of the game up too. So maybe even a player that he selects. If I had to guess, I don't want to guess because he might bring up another player. But Coach Paul will select a player of the game. And Coach Paul will join us himself in a few minutes. Rose-Hulman snaps the 3-game losing streak. And Coach Paul improves to 19-18 in HCAC games. Reagan Lorenzen tells the crowd, thank you all for coming. And for Manchester, well, their losing streak is up to 9 games in a row. The Spartans, their last win came on December 13th. It's been quite some time, and they came so close today, just couldn't find a way to close it out. Rose-Hulman ended with 21 points in that fourth quarter. And we'll step away for a quick moment. After the break, Emma Shipp and Coach Paul join the show.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort, fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family. Come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Welcome back to the post-game coverage. Rose-Hulman picks up the win 67-62, a tight game through all 4 quarters. I'm joined by head coach Devrin Paul. Coach, once again, thank you so much for joining me for the post-game show.
Thanks for having me. First, I want to give all the honor and glory to my Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And shout out to our players and our coaching staff. We just have a phenomenal group of young athletes they just don't stop fighting.
Yeah. I want to ask about the third quarter. You guys scored 20 points in the first half. You scored 26 points in the third quarter. What was said in the locker room to get that spark back in the second half?
I believe that our players understand how important the third quarter is for us, and we've been working on that in practice, and we've been repping it, and we've just been going back to the basics and understanding that we have to be able to get shots up. And I think that we did a really good job of that in the third quarter. We actually made 11 out of 19 shots, but, taking 19 shots is a big step for us as a team. So I'm just happy about how they performed in that third quarter.
You guys shot 42% as a team today. In that second quarter, 3 of 10, but you guys bounced back that entire second half. 21 points in the fourth, 26 in the third. What did you like from your team's shooting ability today?
Well, first of all, I like us moving the basketball. and the way that we played on defense. I think that our defense actually leads to our offense, and I thought that we had really good ball pressure. We were up the passing lanes and forcing tough shots and boxing down and rebounding, and that's just part of what separates us and what pushes us on the offensive end. So defense is what led to us playing good offensively.
Yeah, you guys forced 23 turnovers today, and you said defense turns into offense. What did you – I know you just touched on it, but what do you love most about your team defensively today? The 23 turnovers, I see 4 steals each for Gallegos Rodriguez and Godoy Rodriguez. So everywhere on the floor today defensively, it all worked out. What did you love the most about it?
What I love the most is us playing connected as a team on defense. I think it's one thing when one player is out there pressuring the ball and you got 4 players kind of looking around. But today I felt like everybody was engaged. Everybody was aware. Everybody understood the game plan, and they executed. And it's fun to watch because we just have a gritty bunch of kids, and they really want to be here, and they compete every single day.
Well, Coach, thank you a lot for joining me.
Thanks
and
for having me.
Now we'll hand it off to the player of the game.
The big dog.
Emma Ship. Yeah, thank you again, Coach. I appreciate it. And now, joined by Emma Ship, the player of the game today. Emma, you ended with 15 points, 3 big free throws down the stretch, a huge right hook shot to go up 1 with 1 minute to go. Down the stretch of this game, what worked well for you? What was your thought process late in this game down in crunch time, knowing you had to make plays for your team?
Yeah, we don't score by one person having the ball, taking it to the basket most of the time. It comes with ball movement and sharing the ball. And we did a great job passing the ball to open people to allow for open drives like that hook I had. That was created by a hard cut by someone else. So doing our jobs and doing them aggressively created opportunities for us down the stretch.
And you had a tough assignment today, guarding Hannah Holmes, Abby Rosencrans. I mean, those 2 players, they combined for 50% of their team scoring. So for you defensively, how big of a test was that for you, and what are you happy about with your performance on defense?
Yeah, they're good players. I think we did a good job helping off of them, communicating on the screens that they set, and limiting the shots that they did get. I mean, we could have done better, but I think we did a good job walling up when we got inside and limiting the shots that they got.
And then lastly, a very fun game to watch. Went down to the wire, and for you guys to come out on top, that takes a team that has to play together. What do you love about the last 5 minutes of this game, as it was back and forth the last 5 minutes, but what do you love about what your team showed in crunch time tonight?
Sharing the ball, making good decisions, taking care of the ball, aggressive rebounds. I think we created maybe 3 turnovers down there in the last 5 minutes, got a lot of defensive boards to maintain possession of the ball, keep it in our hands as much as we could. So putting all of those things together to come out with a win is great momentum for us to carry into the next couple games. Yeah,
great. Thank you for joining the post-game show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good luck the rest of the way as well.
Thank you.
Final from Holbert Arena, Rose-Hulman 62 and Rose-Hulman 67. Manchester 62, a 5-point win for Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers, a big win at home. They improved to 4-3 at home this season, and they improve as well to 4-6 in conference play. A big-time win at home for the Engineers. Thank you all for watching today's broadcast. It was a lot of fun. And Rose-Hulman, they improved to 5-12 on the season, and there are plenty of games to come between men and women's basketball right here inside of Holbert Arena. But for now, we say so long and good night inside of Rose-Hulman's campus. Have a good rest of your Wednesday night, everyone.